Did you know that nearly 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? That's a staggering statistic, but it's one that's all too real for many people. So why is it that despite working hard, saving money, and even cutting expenses, most people end up broke forever? Today, we're going to uncover one of the biggest traps that keeps people stuck in that cycle, and more importantly, how to avoid it. Welcome to Factful Finance, where we help you take control of your financial future with clear, actionable insights backed by real-world strategies. If you're tired of feeling like no matter how hard you try, your money never seems to grow, you're not alone. But here's the truth. It's not about how much you make, but how much you keep and grow that makes the real difference. The trap I'm talking about is something that's incredibly easy to fall into, and it's one that's often overlooked. Ready? It's the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. This isn't just about not having enough to cover your bills. It's about living in a constant state of financial inertia, where no matter how much you earn, your money never seems to build wealth. Why? Because of one simple mistake: failing to develop a wealth-building mindset. Let's break this down. When most people think of wealth building, they think of budgeting. And budgeting is great, but here's the flaw. Budgeting only controls the spending side of your money. It's the saving side that most people neglect. You see, saving money without growing it means you're still vulnerable to inflation, unexpected expenses, and life events that drain your savings. Without growth, your savings just aren't enough. That's where people stay stuck. Think about it. If you're saving money but not investing, you're letting inflation silently erode your hard-earned cash. For instance, let's say you saved $20,000 over 5 years. At a modest inflation rate of 3% per year, your savings will lose about $3,000 in purchasing power over that time. So even though you saved $20,000, it's essentially worth less by the time you want to use it. And that's if inflation stays low. If inflation spikes, the damage could be worse. The real issue, though, is the mindset. For many, investing feels too risky, or it's viewed as something only rich people can do. But the truth is, investing is essential to your long-term financial growth, and it's not as complex or risky as people think. If you start small, like putting just $100 into a low-cost index fund every month, over time, that can grow significantly, especially with the power of compounding. Let me give you a real-life example. Meet Amelia. Amelia worked a corporate job and saved diligently every month. She thought saving was the solution. Until one day she realized her savings were being eaten up by inflation, and her growth was stagnant. That's when she decided to take the leap into investing. By starting with $100 a month into a broad market index fund, she didn't just save, she grew her money. Over 10 years, that $100 a month turned into over $20,000, even after accounting for market fluctuations. But let's say you're still not convinced. What about people who just can't find the extra money to invest? Here's the thing. Investing doesn't require grand sums of money. If you can spend $10 a day on coffee or dining out, you can redirect a portion of that toward investments that will pay off down the road. And here's another myth. Some people say that wealth building is just for the rich. But that's exactly how the wealthy stay wealthy. They leverage their money to grow. According to research by the Federal Reserve, about 60% of wealth in the US is tied up in assets like stocks, bonds, and retirement accounts. This means that if you want to get ahead, you need to shift from being a passive saver to an active investor. So, how can you avoid falling into the same trap? Start by shifting your focus from just saving to investing. If you're not sure where to start, begin with employer-sponsored retirement accounts like a 401k, especially if they offer a match, because that's essentially free money. If you don't have access to a 401k, look into IRAs or start a taxable investment account. The point is, make your money work for you. And don't forget the power of financial education. The more you learn about tax strategies, investment options, and wealth-building principles, the better decisions you can make. As a certified financial planner CFP3, I can't stress enough the importance of strategic planning and understanding your options. But here's the bottom line. If you're constantly living paycheck to paycheck and only focusing on budgeting, you're setting yourself up for long-term stagnation. The key is to adopt a wealth-building mindset where you save and invest for the future, no matter how much you make. It's not about immediate gratification. It's about making small, consistent moves that will pay off in the long run. If you're ready to take your financial future to the next level, this is your time. Shift your mindset, learn about investments, and start taking actionable steps to grow your wealth. Trust me, doing so will transform your financial future. What's your biggest financial challenge? Drop it in the comments, and let's discuss how to solve it. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Factful Finance community. Want to level up your financial game? Click the video on screen now and continue your journey to financial empowerment.